Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. 2. If you're going through hell, keep going. 3. Never, never, never give up. 4. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. 5. History will be kind to me, for I intend to write it. 6. A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity. An optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. 7. Courage is rightly considered the foremost of the virtues, for upon it all others depend. 8. To improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. 9. You have enemies? Good. That means you've stood up for something, sometime in your life. 10. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. 11. Success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. 12. Difficulties mastered are opportunities won. 13. The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty. 14. Continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential. 15. It is no use saying, "We are doing our best." You have got to succeed in doing what is necessary. 16. We shall never surrender. 17. Kites rise highest against the wind, not with it. 18. Fear is a reaction, courage is a decision. 19. The price of greatness is responsibility. 20. Give us the tools and we will finish the job. 21. I am always ready to learn, although I do not always like being taught. 22. Success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. 23. A lie gets halfway around the world before the truth has a chance to get its pants on. 24. Democracy is the worst form of government, except for all the others that have been tried. 25. Never let a good crisis go to waste. 26. The farther backward you can look, the farther forward you are likely to see. 27. Words are the only things that last forever. 28. Play the game for more than you can afford to lose. Only then will you learn the game. 29. Out of intense complexities, intense simplicities emerge. 30. Their finest hour. 31. Blood, toil, tears, and sweat. 32. Change is the price of survival. 33. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope. 34. The truth is incontrovertible. Malice may attack it, and ignorance may deride it, but in the end, there it is. 35. A joke is a very serious thing. 36. The empires of the future are the empires of the mind. 37. Personally, I am always ready to learn, although I do not always like being taught. 38. I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat. 39. We are all worms, but I do believe that I am a glowworm. 40. Sure I am of this, that you have only to endure to conquer. 41. There is nothing wrong in change if it is in the right direction. 42. The maxim, nothing but perfection, may be spelled shorter. Paralysis. 43. For myself, I am an optimist. It does not seem to be much use being anything else. 44. It is a mistake to look too far ahead. Only one link in the chain of destiny can be handled at a time. 45. I never worry about action, but only about inaction. 46. Success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm. 47. You ask what is our aim, I can answer in one word, it is victory. 48. Great and good are seldom the same man. 49. Come then, let us to the task, to the battle, to the toil. 50. In war, resolution. In defeat, defiance. In victory, magnanimity. In peace, goodwill. 51. The pessimist complains about the wind. The optimist expects it to change. 52. Now this is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end, but it is, perhaps, the end of the beginning. 53. Success demands singleness of purpose. 54. All the great things are simple, and many can be expressed in a single word: freedom, justice, honor, duty, mercy, hope. 55. Where there is great power, there is great responsibility. 56. If you have an important point to make, Don't try to be subtle or clever. Use a pile driver. 57. One ought never to turn one's back on a threatened danger and try to run away from it. 58. The nose of the bulldog has been slanted backwards so that he can breathe without letting go. 59. Let our advanced worrying become advanced thinking and planning. 60. History is written by the victors. 61. A politician needs the ability to foretell what is going to happen tomorrow, next week, next month, and next year, and to have the ability afterwards to explain why it didn't happen. 62. Nothing in life is so exhilarating as to be shot at without result. 63. Corn feels no pain. 64. To build may have to be the slow and laborious task of years. To destroy can be the thoughtless act of a single day. 65. Never hold discussions with the monkey when the organ grinder is in the room. 66. I like a man who grins when he fights. 67. We contend that for a nation to try to tax itself into prosperity is like a man standing in a bucket and trying to lift himself up by the handle. 68. Healthy citizens are the greatest asset any country can have. 69. A man does what he must, in spite of personal consequences, in spite of obstacles and dangers and pressures, and that is the basis of all human morality. 70. The best argument against democracy is a 5-minute conversation with the average voter. 71. There is no worse mistake in public leadership than to hold out false hopes soon to be swept away. 72. I contend that we are both atheists. I just believe in one fewer God than you do. 73. You will never reach your destination if you stop and throw stones at every dog that barks. 74. It is not enough to do your best. You must know what to do, and then do your best. 75. Never, in the field of human conflict, was so much owed by so many to so few. 76. Meeting jaw to jaw is better than war. 77. Politics is almost as exciting as war and quite as dangerous. In war you can only be killed once, but in politics many times. 78. A prisoner of war is a man who tries to kill you and fails, and then asks you not to kill him. 79. An appeaser is one who feeds a crocodile, hoping it will eat him last. 80. Courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. Courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen. 81. Tact is the ability to tell someone to go to hell in such a way that they look forward to the trip. 82. The problems of victory are more agreeable than the problems of defeat, but they are no less difficult. 83. If you will not fight for right when you can easily win without bloodshed, if you will not fight when your victory is sure and not too costly, you may come to the moment when you will have to fight with all the odds against you. 84. We are masters of the unsaid words, but slaves of those we let slip out. 85. There is only one thing worse than fighting with allies, and that is fighting without them. 86. You cannot reason with a tiger when your head is in its mouth. 87. The maxim of the British people is business as usual. 88. Character may be manifested in the great moments, but it is made in the small ones. 89. Never underestimate the power of a small group of committed people to change the world. 90. Diplomacy is the art of telling people to go to hell in such a way that they ask for directions. 91. Sometimes it is not enough that we do our best. We must do what is required. 92. I never worry about action, but only inaction. 93. The problems of victory are more agreeable, but no less difficult. 94. We shape our buildings, and afterwards our buildings shape us. 95. The empires of the future will be the empires of the mind. 96. Statesmen are not called upon only to settle easy questions. These often settle themselves. 97. It has been said that democracy is the worst form of government except all the others that have been tried. 98. A good speech should be like a woman's skirt, long enough to cover the subject and short enough to create interest. 99. The greatest lesson in life is to know that even fools are right sometimes. 100. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts.